Welcome to my channel, Comfy Foods by Cass. Today I am baking homemade bread. So let's get started. The ingredients for the homemade bread is 2 cups of warm water, 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast, 2 teaspoons of salt, a 1/4 cup of sugar or honey, 2 tablespoons oil, and 4 to 5.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I've put in the 2 cups of warm water, a tablespoon of the active dry yeast, and then you add a pinch of sugar. You mix it and leave it for 5 to 10 minutes. When it starts to froth or bubble a little bit, then you know it's ready and you can add it into your flour mixture. So in your mixing bowl, add in 3 cups of your all-purpose flour. Mix in all your dry ingredients. That tablespoon. Add in your 2 tablespoons of oil, vegetable oil. I've already added in my 2 teaspoons of salt and the 1/4 cup of sugar. So now we can just add in our the yeast mixture. We're going to mix it up. And then you're going to add another cup of your all-purpose flour. Oh, fine. Add another 1 cup of your all-purpose flour. So in all, we've added 4 cups of all-purpose flour. Mix again well to form a soft dough. So you mix it for about 4 to 5 minutes until it forms this type of dough. It's sticky, but not too sticky, and it pulls away. Okay? Now we're going to grease it and let it rise. We're going to grease the bowl and place it back and put cling wrap over to begin the first rise of the bread dough. Using extra virgin olive oil, you are going to grease your bowl. You're going to place your bread dough into the bowl, and then you are going to turn it. Okay, so it must have a good coating of the olive oil or vegetable oil. And then we're going to put cling wrap and then let it rise. Using cling wrap, I am going to cover the bowl, and it's going to be kept in a warm place for at least 1.5 hours for it to double in size when the dough rises, and then we will do the next stage of it. Now it's going to be placed on a table where the temperature is much warmer, and we want the dough to double in size, and then we can knead it and then get a second rise out of it, and then only we can bake it into the oven. It's just over 1.5 hours. The bread dough has risen, so now we have to Punch it out and remove the air bubbles. Once that is done, we'll divide the dough into 2 parts of it, and then we are going to shape it and then put it into the loaf pans. Sprinkle all-purpose flour lightly on the surface so that the sticky dough doesn't stick onto your surface. Using a knife, I'm going to divide the dough into 2 portions. So it's a ball more or less. And then we're going to shape it into a log. Using parchment paper, I'm going to line the pan. Shape the bread dough into like logs and then place it into the pan. I'm going to lightly spray the cling wrap and gently place it over your bread dough. Okay, it's going to make 2 of it. So I'm going to do it for the second one as well. Take cling wrap again. Spray it with spray and cook. And gently wrap it over the second dough. It needs to rise at least a little bit more. So we'll keep it in the pan for the next 45 minutes to an hour, and then we are going to bake it in the oven. So in the meantime, you can set your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. By then, the bread dough should have risen and they're enough for us to bake it. We want it to rise to at least 2.5 centimeters above the bread loaf, and then we can go ahead and bake it into a preheated oven for 180 degrees Celsius heat setting for plus minus 33 minutes. So between 30 to 33 minutes it needs to be baked. Let's set the oven now. 1 hour has passed and now the bread dough has risen to over 2.5 centimeters. That's what we were hoping for. So let's gently remove the cling wrap. Okay, and then it's time to bake it. So remember, the oven was set at 180 degrees Celsius, preheated. We are going to bake it for 30 to 33 minutes or until it is golden brown. It's 25 minutes And if you tap, it makes a hollow sound, then you know your bread is done. Okay, I'm going to melt a little butter and we're going to spread it on the bread, and then the homemade bread is fully done. So I've just melted some butter in the microwave, and now we are going to coat it around your homemade loaf of bread, and it's going to give it a lovely glossy finish. Okay, let's do this one as well. It was about a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of butter that I've melted in the microwave. And there you go. That is your homemade bread. Now, the homemade bread needs to cool completely for at least 15 to 20 minutes before you can remove it from the baking sheet and serve it as a meal. So if you enjoyed viewing this video on my channel, Comfy Foods by Cass, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. See you next time. Bye.